That was my computer, sorry. Not yours, don't worry, that was mine. That was mine, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, so sorry. Hello everyone, hello. I have to admit one thing. My throat, it's kinda raw because of all the laughing and talking yesterday. Not that I am complaining. Well, I mean, I am complaining, but not that I am angry about it. It's just, it's been a while since it's been like this. I thought it was my PC. No, it isn't you, it's me. I am the problem. Hello, I am the problem. What was it? What was a Taylor Swift song? Hello, the problem, it's me? Oh my god, now I need to figure it out. I've never heard it, but I know that line. No, I really want that available. Okay. Taylor Swift. I don't think it's Hero. Anti-Hero. It was Hero. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. That's the line that I was thinking about. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. That's it. That's all I need to know about that song. So, how is everyone? I cannot help it if I am too funny and no, I don't know anything. Oh, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs either. It's just what I know because of memes on the internet. But yeah. What say you if we get to our video game? I think we should get to our video game. This one. This one. Hello. Hello. Now I move this here. Make that there. Move this there. Okay, you cannot see it, but the configuration loaded here, and it was all Japanese characters. Kinda wanna take like a screenshot of it one time so that I can see what the fuck it says, because I am extremely afraid of this game. Still not spoopies, like, since the second stream, but extremely afraid of this game. So, let's get started. If I am not wrong, yeah, that's what we were doing. We are investigating. We could go to Komagata High School, which is where I think they want us to go, but I'm gonna go to Midoricho Park. So I think that we've already been here? Right here. This is Midoricho Park. Oh, yeah. We have been here. Okay. So we definitely have to go to Komagata High School. How was your day? My day was pretty weird. My day in all of its weirdness was learning how much I was getting race-wise, but still didn't make any sense. And then I also learned about the inflation of Costa Rica and how my race wouldn't even cover that. So everything's great, guys. Everything's going great. Here we are at Ground Zero, Komagata High School. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. Teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now. That's the school's closed. What are we thinking about? 2 people have died. A teacher named Kohei Junochi and a student Michio Shiraishi. I am back. I was putting my brother to bed. Did you sing him a goodnight song? Is there anything else to be gained here? The news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. He appears to be wary of those police officers. That's because he knows them! Maybe the police really do have something against private investigators, just like in those detective novels. Ooh, spicy detective novels have you been reading? This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Procession. I wouldn't be surprised if a curse bearer decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if that teacher was a curse bearer or not. I expect the police to be baffled since they don't know baffled. They will be 100% baffled. He just wants me to pull the covers over him. And oh, that is actually so sweet. Oh, that is so sweet. One of the things that I really like, I don't know if it still happens, is like when we were in the beginning dating stages. So for those of you that do not know, I am married. And we were in a long distance relationship. Like, he was in one country, I was in another. So when we went to visit each other and everything, we just stayed in each other's places. The thing is, I usually go to sleep first because I have to fall asleep like watching something, and he can't fall asleep with any light or sound or whatever. It's a very weird relationship in that sense. And sometimes I've been woken up by him giving me a kiss on the head while going to sleep. I just love it. I just love it. It makes me melt whenever he does that. It's just so happy. So damn happy. But yeah. Also, today is Ace Visibility Day, so to all my asexual and the spectrum of Ace, I really hope that you have a great day, and I do see you guys. I do believe that you exist. I understand that not really a lot of people understand you, but you do exist. Just wanted to say that. Anyway, back to the video game. Since they don't know about the curses. You don't know anything. I can ask around and see what the students have to say. Inquire. Alright, I'll go ask the students about Michio. I'm back, ma'am. So what did you learn? The school kids sure love a good rumor. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Junoichi and Michio, most of which seemed dubious at best. Not surprising. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought. But there was one story that caught my attention. Oh? That moment when you know what awaits a character, yeah. Some believe that Michio is the one who killed Mr. Junoichi. Really? The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for days now. Fellow teacher overheard his mumbling and told the students. And then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. That rumors that juicy don't stay a secret for long. As for the other piece of evidence, a pigtail hair in her school uniform was seen around school late last night. Go on. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio's the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames. But if it were true, I don't want to get a hold of her in order to hear her side of the kidnapping. If she's still alive, that'd be ideal. There's still one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. A student had a list of student addresses on hand. That's an amazing find! I believe all the students actually have a copy of said list. It truly worries me how easy it was to obtain what should be confidential information. Talk about phone numbers, emails, addresses, everything. Talk about it. Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands. Well, so far it hasn't, no? Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's now possible for us to visit Michio Shiraishi's house. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. Have we covered this in the game? Do we have any confirmation of the writer? At the end, let me see if I can get to the end of the chapter and I'll tell you. The police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about the student's mental health. I can see that. So when we were playing as Shogo Kiem, when one of the routes that was like killing everyone and everything because I was kill crazy, we got enough soul dregs to do the rite of resurrection and then we got killed. So we don't know if it's real? Question mark? We just know that you can get to 100 soul dregs. Or 100% soul dregs. Yeah. It's important that society provides a safe environment for the benefit of our youth. Some school policies could use some rewriting, especially those handling the students' personal information. Yes, I agree. Personal information is very important. That's why I cannot tell you where I live, or my phone number, or my email. That's right, I don't want a student being kidnapped on their way back home ever again. Got it, because I was wondering if someone had resurrected the schoolgirl. We don't know, it might be a thing, but then again, the other schoolgirl, oh my god. Hitomi said that she saw her, but then she hasn't seen her ever since the middle of the night. I expect criminals to grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where the authorities can't keep up. Yeah, I know you live in Neverland. That's why I am so young, even though I am very old. That's where the outlaws such as myself come in. What's this about? Actually, just forget I said anything. Michio's home. I expect her family might be able to tell us more, but it's a hard topic to bring up so soon after her suicide. However, it's normal for a high school girl to keep things hidden from her parents, especially if it involves criminal activity. Okay, I think we gotta move to Michio Shiraishi's house. Let's go! Near the Shiraishi household. How did it go? I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family. However, no one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door and all the lights were out. It seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspapers out front. This music, I love it because it means spoopy things. I don't understand why no one's come to this house, even after Michio committed suicide. I wonder if this place is okay. Okay, that's the same thing. Let's talk about our surroundings. It's a bit quieter over here. It's a residential area after all. Oh, these rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? I've never liked these messy and cluttered back streets. They give me the jitters every time. It's reassuring to have someone as strong and tall as Victor accompanying me. He looks so unfazed. I suppose a detective is used to this kind of thing, always investigating and chasing criminals. I wouldn't be cut out for it. Social connections run deep in working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out, the Shiraishi's reputation really went down in the dumps this past year. This lady may be crushing, or am I crushing? Which one's real? Is that so? I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first, they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in turn. You mean both? Yep! Can't hide it. So far, so good. What happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband has moved into the household. His name was apparently Kankichiro Iwai. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name. So what of this Iwai character? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal... Ooh. Oh no. Do you think? Do you think Iwai is Fumichika Nejima? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts, and the neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the home. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams, pleading with him not to hit Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Through this, the Shiraishi standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept the storm shutters closed even during the day and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police do something to step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. Fucking hey. Jesus Christ. That's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to the home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up with the Shiraishis entirely and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. Oh no. This game got too real. I mean, it's the 80s as well, so it got extremely real. I can't with it. It seems that they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living together, living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? I've heard many stories of where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worse. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. No! I didn't mean that! I didn't mean that! Kichiro Iwai, the common law husband of Michiro Shiraishi's mother, Toshiko Shiraishi, Kichiro started coming and going from the Shiraishi's household a little over a year ago. It seems he has served some time in prison, but details are unknown. Okay, let's look at that face. No, cannot be the same person unless... This eye, though. His eye is so funny. Look at his eye because of the pointer. Oh no, it's so funny. I can't. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh no. It's so funny. It's exactly like an anime. Okay. Oh, so you came here too. What is it? Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? Dun dun dun! Okay, so here's the thing. We have these two, but I don't know which one we should do first. Let's go here. Fancy sushi. Resume. Shiraishi. Start from the Shiraishi household. Also, if you hear a violin in the background, it's because it's Easter. And the area, the community that I live in has like food trucks and everything outside. And there's a guy playing the violin. I think he switches up to a guitar every once in a while. So, you know, if you hear a violin or a guitar, that's why. You may also hear motorcycles because people like driving very, very loud motorcycles. We've already done through all of this. Oh, you're back. No luck. Consider there was no sign of activity inside. We go to Komagata High School, but then we go back. Not really. My mic is really good. Nice. Nice. I appreciate that my mic is very good. It was picked out by my partner, who is an audio engineer. Maybe we just go through all of this again. And now we move back and go here? The very good music is back, so it's all good. Wait, no? Is this not what we do? I guess this is not what we do, and we go here. Start from location selection. We went... Let's go to the candy shop Sonoya again. And so... Mio Kurosusu decided to investigate, huh? Do we go back to Komagata High School? Do I bring everyone to Komagata High School? Oh yeah, there we go. We brought everyone to Komagata High School. That's what we were doing. Oh my god. Ow. I got a tiny cramp on my foot. Uh-huh. Female students. Huh? That's... Boss? What is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do! Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Erio. Huh? What? Edio's like, I mean, they're very cute girls, but aren't they a little young? Hey, aren't you? You must be the high schooler skirting the child labor laws I've heard so much about. Say that again. Sorry about that. It's with me. Mr. Tsutsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I'd prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't worry about that. If you want us, if you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Me too. I really like sushi. I really want to spend like a lot of money on sushi. I can't afford it. That anime trope of the weird guy. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Like one of those places in Ginza I've never been. Let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? The girls are at our service. Oh my god, his face of what the fuck is happening in my salary? I can barely afford it. I love that. It's hilarious. Hold on. What just happened? I never said sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. Forensics is still investigating the area. Didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around the scene too. It's usually easier to let Erio do the talking when it comes to young people, but we only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. But he did manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out. Mio Kurosuzu, she's like a disciple to the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got a strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, and courage. Plus, quite the brain to back it all up. Heck yeah! That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following around her. Oh no, poor girl. Ooh, more about her. She's certainly well versed in paranormal. I just can't get over the darkness. Okay, that's all there was. So this is Yako Sakasaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. I can't. It's so sweet. Tsutsumi, really, you're so cute. But I better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad. Oh no, but you're so cute. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? This guy is a complete softie. I love him. That this random girl you know is already involved with the case? Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio. Oh, okay. So first we talk to Mio. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, and then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows everyone, even those who do not have the power to cast curses, to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow. We have the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind me, oh! She does. Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows have no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then. Oh, he's such a softie, I love him! Okay, more about Mio. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. She is so cool! Oh no! If I had played this game while I was younger, I probably would have been like, this game in Phoenix, right? I probably would have chosen a completely different path in my life. She's so cool! Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse stone bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school... You were here last night. Yes. You see... Ton. Huh. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool! Edio, shut the fuck up! So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? Oh no. Oh no, 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 oh no. No, that's not what I mean. I meant to go here. 7 mysteries. Whispering Canal. Leave Behind. Fool's Procession. Here's... Okay, no, that's not it. No. This one, maybe? No, that's the fire one. That's the hanging. No, that's giant food. Yeah. By crushing. Yeah. The one-sided reed? Or one side. Yeah, he cut the arm and leg of one side of her body. The one-sided reed. Oh no! Oh, the one-sided reed. I was like, oh no, I didn't read it. The one-sided reed. This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about that one? You idiot! Think the curse bearer of the one-sided reed is... Chon chon chon. Fumichika Nejima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse. So, the janitor is Fumichika Nejima. Okay. Oh, that's right. Wait, but if that's the case, Nejima might have been here last night. What? I mean, it's possible he's lying to us, but... What? Who's Nejima? No clue. Sushi, huh? Well, if that'll solve the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to the paranormal affairs later. Heck yeah! Okay, I've still talked to you. What about you? Okay, still with Mio. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows? But you lost me, the janitor. Yeah, persons of interest. So. No. This guy was outside. They don't tell us when he started. He will be remembered as one of the... They don't tell us when he started working. But he might be him. Same face, too. Just thinner. He's the janitor. He was there and he stopped us from continuing until we learned of an identity, which, you know, like, it was obvious from the beginning. We knew that he was... since he was the dude, but still, it's kind of like scary that it's confirmed so early. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth because, like, is it really him? Is it really him? Or is it a fake? Is it a fake? Are they leading us astray? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway. To stop the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how this curses of these 7 mysteries first came about. Probably a red herring. You see, that's what I feel. In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy. Oh, you mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him. Ah, right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. Do you know where he is? I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. Oh. The cafe... Oh. Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamizawa? Thanks. We'll head over there now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though. Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. Thank you. That's all it takes? I'm gonna talk to you. Oh. More about this. There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. Okay. So Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes. Huh? He said he was going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get your daughter too? That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was Mr. Junochi, one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? You mean Hitomi Okura, second-year student? Well, yes. Why? Boss. So she was here last night. I saw Hitomi earlier though. She didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd be a suspect. So I can tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about that? Oh, so he was the cop she talked about. Yep. You mean about the police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that. Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did. Actually... No, I want to talk to you! Okay, still the same thing. Okay. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talisman could they be? Boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important. Did they find the talisman in Michio where her body was found? I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I would like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy, not all that scary for a cop. I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. Do you think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Have they met before? Oh, they have! She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her. Alright, then we better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. More about Hitomi. Mayu Chosawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay, I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right, one more thing. He told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case? Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Well, yes, Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of the Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? That amulet Hitomi was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else? Apparently Hitomi actually saw Mr. Jonouchi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said what happened was... Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonouchi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean that there was another curse bearer here last night. Jonouchi killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss, do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reason to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Junouchi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you too. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Edium. Alright. Keep in mind that this is just a theory though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or a van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. What? A van? Speeding? Yako? What's wrong? Are you okay? Nice. A van. There's a young man in the driver's seat. The passenger's a woman. Yako? Huh? Yes. Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Junouchi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that, I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but it seems that he had blackmail on her. Well, I have expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that. Nope, we're going to still talk to Yako. Michio, what happened? Okay, she will continue talking about that. About this janitor, Ashimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to this school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all of this. Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find their work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see. What are you? No way! Erio, have the officers apprehended the janitor? He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yes, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently, the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they'd been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it. Erio, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact High Quality right away. Okay, still on that. Oh my, I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, how could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. To think he was so close to us this whole time? Ugh, gives me chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Feels like we got him, but he's gonna slip. Yep. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh. I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then, could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building, too. What? You did? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. You might have gotten lucky there, kid. Yep. Because in the other one, we did say that Mia was there, so, and both of them ended up dead, so, yeah. This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. Happened. Junochi was almost definitely killed by a curse, but I wonder what the exact cause of death. If the curse's origin and the cause of death are connected, it could give us another lead. What's that a rope all about? It indicates where Junochi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arm and leg are all... Ugh. Cool it, Edio. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of the curse still linger here. I figured as much. Does that mean Junochi was killed by one of the curses of the 7 mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Whoa, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess. No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. She's going to get the wrong idea. Whoa, that's amazing! Mio, you're a professional! You think? Totally, you're cool even in the face of death? That's awesome! When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Hey boss, forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. This game. Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? A ribbon. Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's a ribbon Michi always used to wear. What? Doesn't that mean Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Then she did come back to life somehow. Oh my god. This game. This game. But how? If I was Michio and came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge and the reaction is crazy. Everything about this game is crazy. I'm in love with it. She got her revenge on Jinochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in that collision? If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejima and Mayuchizawa. That might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it. Thank you, and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Raishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This game... Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. This game is actually making my stomach churn a little bit. It's harsh. It's actually upsetting my stomach, and I don't know if it's because I only had chocolate before streaming or because of the game itself, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't absolutely like it. I guess we gotta move. Oh, it says what time of day. It can get a little grim. A little. Let's continue with the story. This song is great. I'm sorry, this song is so good. I can't. I guess I have been desensitized by Fatal Frame. Yeah, probably. And I kind of want to play Fatal Frame because, like, it would be a great game. I just don't have money for it. And this song, so good. I'm just jamming to the music, it's so good! Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. My name's Jun Erio. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsutsumi. And yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. So you two are detectives. This is my client, Miss Harue Shigema. The jazzy tunes it's just perfect. The music so far in this game has been so on point that I fucking love it. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigema? Boss, you know of this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know, I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry. I'm my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like we're getting off easy again this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business, and it ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all the criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on 1 second. This is the first time I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't run any attention. Then again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. Oh, there's a sticker! There's a sticker! Oh, is that so? Oh, it's a penguin! It's a penguin! Sorry, I need to, like, readjust because my left leg, which is the one that has been restlessly moving all stream long, is kind of tired, so. It's a penguin! It's a penguin! Okay, we already checked the penguin. It seems they were acquainted, but also they haven't talked in a long time. A young and energetic detective, he seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had a chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Working the streets could also mean something completely different, girl. Let me tell you. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is... do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Yeah! Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me. Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Come to think of it, I heard something about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. I assume they were talking about you, investigator. Well, I won't argue that I am strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something happened in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they've got you head of office guys on it. Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what I'm about to say, Richter. Belmont! Huh, so by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul drugs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo? It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. Never expected curse and other mumbo-jumbo to play into this all. But if we're talking shady characters, there was a middle-aged fellow I saw on South Warugasui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, consider the location. It could have been Hideki Araishi. We've already got his curse stone. Impressive. You two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. If you see any characters who'd look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand in our case too? There's a number of people we can track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Richter's amazing. He's coaxed out so much information we didn't know about the curse bearers from them. There's no way we could cooperate with them when we're trying to get our hands on the right ourselves. What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder from a case from last year? Oh, I remember now. You're that Hiroe Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was the case where Munesada's Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Indeed, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure of the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is willing to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last night, so I figured we'd try again. Interesting. Huh? By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yes? You said the person used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously, Michio was involved in curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi. Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died on the job. I'm sure you heard of it. I heard it was a most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth? This happened and this happened. What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Junochi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point to that direction. Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance that Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true then. Did you figure something out? Kankichiro Iwai. Huh? Kankichiro Iwai, he'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss? I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Like Richter is getting the oh yeah, 100%. But then again, Richter is a Belmont, so when is he not? When is he not? Yum, 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 yum. Water is good. Screw that! You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter? Calm down. We can't just... I didn't talk to Richter and I feel bad. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick. Look at this. Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Whoa, could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's her stepdad at best. If that. It's got to be the body of Kankichiro Iwai. Hi, Kenny. Why is buying tickets like the hardest thing in the whole fucking world to do? My dad and I spent the previous hour trying to buy tickets to a baseball game and we're giving it a break until tomorrow. No, this isn't exactly not what I expected to happen. To your ticket problem, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Tickets are complicated at best. I hope you're able to get to your baseball game. Kailu is dead. Kailu is dead! Oh no! I'm having fun and the spooky song is getting in my nerves. I'm sorry. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten really messed up. Oh no! Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Erio, did you find Junochi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Junochi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting that she actually revived? It's got to be that. And if she's alive, then... Oh, hi! Hi, dude. We just got at a very interesting point. This dude is ruining everything. I need to continue with the story. Tell me more. Tell me more. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died. But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? No, I don't! I don't know the truth! Tell me! And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? I don't know. I don't know! I see. Very well. Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Michio Shiraishi is in Yako's body. Michio Shiraishi is in Yako's body. Michio Shiraishi? Give me a second. The Fool's Procession. It was her time to shine. She fell from the tower writhing in pain as she begged those around her for help. All of them look like they fell from... Oh, ooh! Oh boy! Oh boy! Holy crap, guys. Thanks for the raid again? I'm just... Also, I never got a chance to raid anyone after my stream of A Link to the Past, so here is this. Thank you. I hope Link to the Past was very good. I'm just... I am... like, in utter shock. Like, is my heart beating faster? No, my heart is actually rather steady, so I'm not in shock. I'm just... plot twisted it out. I ended it like 5 hours ago. Oh no! I mean, it does make sense because you did say that you were buying tickets for a baseball game with your dad, so... Oh boy. This game, oh my god, this game is so good. As expected, you got it in one go. Well, the cause of death was such, was it not? You must have noticed some time ago. No! I literally just noticed, dude! I literally just noticed! Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. What? So you really think Michiro Shiraishi's alive? Just think about it. Just think it through, and it all becomes obvious. It tracks, but... do you really think that girl could have managed all of this? First of all, Erio, go report this to High Quality. Understood. I'll get on it right away. I'll start investigating this place. My mom came home mad from work and upset me because she was yelling at me, and I thought I got picked up on stream, got flustered, so I came back from BRB with, sorry, I'm heading out, and turns out, no, you couldn't hear her. Well, I'm glad that you couldn't hear her, and I'm sorry that that happened. It's very awkward when you live with other people that either don't know that you're streaming or don't care that you're streaming, and they just do whatever. When I was back living with my parents, my sister would just break into my room every once in a while and just start talking. And my parents would knock and be like, hey, dinner's ready. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm streaming. They're like, but we can have dinner as a family. And I'm just like, I'm streaming. And, you know, stuff like that. Now, you know, with that, it's very easy. I literally just go like, hey, I'm streaming. And he just goes like, okay, but I'll stop you if it gets too late and you haven't had food. So I get it. It's complicated. I also remember there was this one stream that I had. It was the first time I played Amnesia. I haven't finished Amnesia. I haven't gone past 2 hours of Amnesia. Really want to play Amnesia again so that I can, you know, play the game. Especially because apparently Cthulhu is a lot in it. But then again, when is Cthulhu not involved, you know? If it's European, when is Cthulhu not involved? And I got spooked so badly that I screamed at the top of my lungs and ended up scaring my brother and his then girlfriend, now wife, and they were like, hey, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I'm just playing a spoopy game, I'm sorry. And they were just like looking at me glaring like, how dare you? Thought something really bad happened. I'm just like, I'm sorry. If you do want to see the clip of that scream, it was back in the day, like 2011, 2012. And yeah, man, if I did that, I'd be terrified. I know. I wanna jump into more spooky games because they're fun, but also I don't know how, so I'm doing this, playing a spooky visual novel. 12 years ago. Yeah, 11 or 12 years ago. There's a clip in my channel, so you can watch it. It's very spoopy. I mean, it's not very spoopy because it's like super low quality because back in the day, you know? But it's very spoopy. I have seen it. It's really funny. Yeah, see, it's really funny, but it's very spoopy when you live it, you know? Anyway, let's drink some water. Let's drink some water and investigate. Anyway, I really am sorry you had to go through that, Kenny, and I hope that your parents support it a little bit more and don't jump scare you like that, I guess. It sucks. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Oh no! Okay, look at the photos. Look closely at the photos. And tell me it's not Fumichika Nejima. Now look at the photos. Now once again. Fumichika Nejima. Huh? Whoa, hold on. There's photos. They're all Fumichika Nejima! Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. You already told us that you were part of... Well, I mean, you didn't tell them. You told Victor Belmont. Oh, there's even more pasted over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. Okay, the first thing that I want to know is if there is a burb. Doesn't seem like there's a burb, but you never know. Okay, let's think. This place is disgusting. Did Michiro Shiraishi really live here? Let's look at the old books. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all these. Let's save them around for later to continue to look around. Okay, so they really do mean continue to look around. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations, though. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the chief inspector was such an expert in the occult? I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit senses mentioned. She's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd, if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as a scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. In contrast, the socially acceptable subject studied by intelligentsia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most of the ills of the day: war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid of the unholy powers. As heresy, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in the orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while. This ritual, or whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think Iwai was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. The sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. Look at this. Pictures of Fumichika Nejima cut out from the newspapers and magazines. Whoever put this up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think Shiraishis are somehow connected to the Nejima case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think that Nejima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He's announced that from sundown today he'll be going on killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either. You don't say. That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought out the incident to light. You don't say! You were the kid from back then. You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type. Oh dear. That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Iwai and Fumichika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. Let's hope so. The person who put they might have been a victim, or perhaps it was the opposite. The opposite? What if it was loathing but admiration? But then... The window and storm shutter closed. No lights gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. Ryui's in here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here, not much variety either. I can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he is Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. It's amazing. Cruel is what it is. There's candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these the tools for some ritual? Hey, don't touch anything, you hear? Ah, that's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we ought to leave everything as it is. All this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensic toys with it, it'll cause trouble down the road. I guess the old books are left. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Huh, this seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think this Iwai guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes besides this grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Iwai doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune is for restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again? This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably wise. A journal? His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he were writing a report for someone. Oh, wow. Now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So this Kankichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. He believed he could learn to successfully perform the spell. He could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded for after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not a coincidence. It seems like Iwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nejima of all people. This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai had been collecting these photos over since that time. And since he just happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. This is making my head spin. Jesus Christ, I think I'm gonna have a drink of water. Oof. I mean, even having it all laid out like this, the thought of Nejima being involved with this grimoire is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yep, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, just 1 minute, do you think? No way, are you saying? That's right, the murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. Hi, Ogrimar. I'm gonna drink another drink of water. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. You've gotta be kidding. Oh, my face? Oh, I'm very spooked. I'm very spooked. If you want to see my normal face, this is my normal face, but I'm really spooked. I'm really spooked by this game. You've gotta be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Iwai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that Notjob did this all for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection! That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Damn, that's it! That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What is it? So about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. when we broke into his house and arrested him. We also found a baby. A baby? Oh no. And this song. Oh no. Don't make me feel bad for the guy that's murdered people. Don't do this to me. This song is making me emotional. I don't like it. Oh no, seriously? Hey, baby? It was a girl, looked about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Light just flickered. Please? No. Please? The internet didn't go out? Internet's perfect. Am I still live? Are you guys there? Oh boy. I'm good? Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I have someone that can actually tell me in basically real time as well. Oh no, the song, the music, oh no! This song is too much. I'm feeling feelings and I don't like it. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So, was Nejima the father? He told us he'd found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned? I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but do you think it really happens? I suppose those are the cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now? Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of many crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Yeah, I remember all that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Goodness, that's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body, and we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge. I'm feeling... Oh no, girl, you're not the only one. I'm also feeling revolted. Oh... What is the age rating of this game? Kinda need to know. age rating. Paranormasight. 16 plus. Yeah. 16 plus makes sense. Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew. Okay. Deep breathing. Drink some water. Deep breathing. We can continue. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be full truth. We're running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. Is there anyone Nejima would want to resurrect? A deceased wife is as good as a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a cursed stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Oh boy, this game. Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there is still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai had managed to obtain the Grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right, he thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone him gave him the idea. Heck yeah, mistakes. Heck yeah. I see you. Not patched it out, huh? You haven't patched it out, huh? And get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps? So that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places of greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. She presumably funded his research into the rite of resurrection as well. That's what it all points towards. Wouldn't it be surprised if the witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the rite of resurrection? It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's convenient cover if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's that all about? Ah, you can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took payment. He was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him and to keep a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michiyo and her mother, Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? Huh? This has something to do with me? Are you saying that? No, you can't mean... You've realized then. Perhaps... Can Kichiro Iwai's living sacrifice was a child? Fuck! This is too much. Oh my god. Holy fuck, this is just too much. I mean, I knew the game was going to be fucked up. I don't know. I guess I didn't expect it from Squeenix. 10 out of 10, though. Oh boy. Oh no, my stomach is hurting. Oh no. Iwai moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone young. Oh no! Of course! That awful man! So it was Iwai. This man? Iwai worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time? Fuck! You got it! Iwai kidnapped Haru Ishigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Oh no, that face. You're telling me that horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child? I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio's to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnap him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi? Ma'am, please, calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices? What a stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am, let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this. This is... I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in his journal. Oh?
Iwai got in contact with Nejima last year after Nejima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than using his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? That girl's already dead! Wait, no! She's alive! That's right, Michiro Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk to you, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Oh my god. This dude made me so dizzy. Ooh, lightheaded and everything. Let's take a sip of water. Common law husband of Michio Shiraishi's mother. His deceased body was discovered in the Shiraishi home. Kankichiro once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing ostentatious world of late. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down the city and start over again, Kankichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kankichiro as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Nejima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kankichiro was later arrested for his illegal business practice, and a chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic, and following his release, acquired a grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kankichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned that the Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family, and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found a sponsor in the Heihaku Corporation. Kankichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals, with any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. Especially from what we learned earlier, the police were unable to get involved, so apparently in the 80s, the police weren't able to get involved in domestic disputes, at least in Japan. After Heihaku offered Kankichiro great sums to intensify his work with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigema, the son of Harue Shigema, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kankichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house, and told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown in public order. So Kankichiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to the Nejiman murders. Infuriated, Kankichiro had Toshiko perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankichiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. After having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kankichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankichiro until the day they died. Which means Toshiko also died? No, she was said to be in the hospital. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am? I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right, but Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio. Because she killed the kidnapper? There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean. Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima's planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So I'm counting on you. Oh boy! She looks done, but like there was a little spark of hope and just, oh boy. I guess I don't want to end it here. I want to play more. I want to know more. I want to continue this story. Oh boy. But my stomach is flipping. This game. Oof. And people said that Danganronpa was bad. This is, oh boy, this is quite the game. This is quite the game. Yeah. I just can't. Oh my god. No more heroes. Rough. Oh yeah. Hi, Hector. Okay, let's take a deep breath. I'm gonna take a pause, go stretch, eat something, and we'll be back for more. So, yeah, let's do that.
Hello. Hello? Can you hear me? To show what happened. Let me show you guys what happened. You see me? Oh, thank goodness. Let me show you guys what happened. So I was writing the text here. And this is the screen that usually shows up when you're writing text. But as you can see, it showed the window here, but it only populated right here. So I couldn't quit from that window that populated. So yeah, you know, it's not like I was already stressed about being haunted or whatever, you know? Anyway, I think that what we are going to do next... I'll move this here. I think that what we're gonna do next is take a little bit of a breather from all the very troubling things that we've encountered and go talk to Araishi at Kurokikyo Cafe. And also, in case you're wondering, what I ate was 2 handfuls of peanuts. Let's hope that this is more casual and relaxed than anything else. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know, it'll be okay. So, what did you want to ask me? Yeah, there you are. Which one? Do you not tell us? Oh, there's this. The overview have more stuff. Initially, the kidnapping was thought to be of a simple extortion scheme. But when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police, Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official. It was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting on a grudge. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the police, against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation, blah, blah. After 3 days of failure, Haruo reached the breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible, but her husband and father, who held prestige in of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found in the floating in the Sumida River. Subsequent investigation revealed that the culprit was, in fact, Kankichiro Iwai, an unemployed man, Toshiko Shiraishi, his common-law wife, and Michio Shiraishi, their daughter, acted as accomplices. Kankichiro routinely used violence against both Toshiko and Michio to force them to do his bidding. It's believed that he coerced them into becoming accessories to the crime. Kankichiro wanted to use the boy as a living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually a primary motive for the kidnapping. The reason for targeting the Shigima's family was due to a personal grievance. Oh boy. A cafe. I've never been to one before.
How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but... Kurokikyo Cafe, a coffee shop in South Warigesui Street. Go away phone. Kurokikyo Cafe's convenient location has made it a favorite of businessmen in the neighborhood. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. The most popular menu item is the pilaf served with black coffee, although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in a relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also developed a reputation as a hangout spot for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. In recent years, the table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes and selling them a steady stream of customers. And that's it, right? Nothing. Oh, we can't take a look at him. Okay, so let's just talk to him. Yako, if you would. Right. We wanted to ask you about this. Oh my, a cursed stone. An Okama mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night. Damn, they're of all places. Yako, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer? Please calm down, Mr. Araishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your cursed stone? What would be the best way to approach this? Let's flatter him. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these cursed stones. Well, if that's true, I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter. You're the only one that we can count on, Mr. Araishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and the Seven Mysteries cursed stones happening now? Oh, taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questioning with subject's origins. Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside of my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is an intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Make something up! Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity and think it could really help your research. I see, now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... Act disappointed. Oh, we figured you would know since you're so smart. How disappointing. How dare you? Makes it sound like I'm stupid. He is. Let's be honest. He is. You couldn't be more wrong. Do you realize how devoted I am to this research? Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of The Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add. I hate teachers like this. Yeah! Since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Seiman Tsuchimikado? I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situations, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so, it's written in the Record of Fates. Huh? As brilliant as Seiman was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into research of the rite of resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seiman recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself? The rite of resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's specialty, the Taizan Fukun's ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought that the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the rite of resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end here. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the cursed stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The cursed stones are separate from the rite of resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. Huh. That's similar to what Mio said, actually. Okay. An officially appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan, onmyoji were tasked with performing divination and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous onmyoji and later founder of the Tsuchimikado clan, Abe no Seimei. However, onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along the development of civilization. Although the services of onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomonji, or hidden onmyoji, who worked for the common folk. Interesting. As indicated by its name, the manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. The forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by once famous onmyoji. In local research, Hideki Araishi recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference and in ripples through the field of the occult studies. According to the Record of Fates, this mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted onmyoji, Abe no Seimei. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs collected as sacrifices through the Taizan Fukun ritual. The secret art of converting soul to soul dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. How are the 7? Excuse me, Mr. Araishi? What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published in a theory before the incident took place. It is said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff, but about that was somewhat sensationalized piece of written for occult magazines.
Oh, really? It was just nonsense then.
Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There's a basis for it.
And that is?
Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple students so passionate about this topic.
Thank you!
This is something I discovered from the referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seiman arrived in Honjo. There are records of conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual? I call this tragedy the Honjo incident. It has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
So what you're saying is,
the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seiman's rite of resurrection. Yes, that is how the Record of Fate ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seiman brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point Seiman was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the curse of the event. A chain of events occurred that a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 Mysteries. So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. And there's more.
Huh?
With the most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become more confident in my theory.
You are?
Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 spirits, the 7 mysteries etched into those who receive the curse stones. Hydrate? Okay. Resentful memories? Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind.
Oh, I did.
Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involve dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries, thus gathering the resentful memories granted by present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako.
Mio, should I?
Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Okay, Mr. Araishi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession.
Excellent.
So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival.
Interesting. It's not that one then.
Not that one? What do you mean?
Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seiman himself, or so I suspect. Huh? Seiman was one of the victims at the Honjo incident too. Meaning an onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo? Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of the curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio. Then maybe with Simon's curse echo we could... Yes, maybe we would be able to set this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Mr. Raishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An onmyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Seiman, I'm afraid. A female onmyoji who sought the rite of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seiman. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. The detective did well to escape this one. So a female onmyoji and a rival of Seiman was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Nitsuke carving named Jinkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The rite of resurrection. Precisely. This man, Jinkichi, must have been in contact with Seiman. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning, you need to gather as much information as you can from curse bearers? Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. What's the trigger for the curse to occur? Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. And the one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen. I won't allow potential hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. A woman? Yeah, Hihaku Soaps! Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. Before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. She specified the time period? I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse, to tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the records of fates. Hihaku and the occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was financial boon for me. Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right, I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? It's about Seimon's records of fates. There is sort of a continuation to it, another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation? Actually, a section written in Seimon's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after Honjo incident, Seimon lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Mrs. Sakazaki? You think my information is inaccurate? If Seimon died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Seimon possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of resurrection. Oh, you're telling me Seimon used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then, is it not possible that Seimon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he still have to collect the soul dregs needed for the rite to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seimon. What? They died in Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Seimon's blood descendant guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separate and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Seimon had descendants? So there's someone out there related to him by blood. Nejima. Wouldn't it be Nejima? It would have to be Nejima. Nejima. That's all I'm gonna say, it's Nejima. Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known onmyoji to begin with, so detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. Nejima! And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Seimon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or the Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. It is said that the Seiman Tsuchimikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become accursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by the descendant of Seiman. The manuscript was written by Seiman Tsuchimikado, an onmyoji from the Edo period. He was an extraordinarily adept practitioner, but being banished from his family for researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. Yes, I understand. Oh, I'm lightheaded. This game is making me lightheaded. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some more useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Oh, I hate teachers like that. Oh, I hate teachers like that so much. Oh. Let's stand. Let's stand. Let's move around. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with the people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. In the Record of Fates, Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. So Mia, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. We should go back to the school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind the voice that gave Mr. Araishi the Record of Fates? That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female onmyoji who was a rival of Seiman. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me, Yako? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? Though now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Excuse me, you girls over there. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone of the food washing mansion. The food washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about. Ah, you already know Inspector Tsutsumi? That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes? Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namigaki. What might be the matter? Right, actually, I wanted to discuss something with you two. Oh my god, my stomach might not handle it this time. Oh no, but I really need to know. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something? With us? You were talking about Michiyo Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michiyo. What do we do? Yeah, we have to talk to him first. I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say. Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate elsewhere? Oh, my stomach. So, what did you want to discuss with us? Let's see, how do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you to use the cursed stones to bring Michiyo Shiraishi back from the dead. What? It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her, which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this. Well, I'm sorry, this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michiyo? Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michiyo back. But we've already decided not to use the rite of resurrection. Is that so? It seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you if you gave me a cursed stone, you know? We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse. I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on the cursed stones. Thank you for understanding. I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. Why does he want to bring Michiyo back? Huh? Yako? Uh-oh, did she go off somewhere while we were talking? Oh my god. Did we screw it up? Huh? Finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following or not, but leading me to a secluded place, you've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your cursed stone. Either hand it over or I'll have to take it by force. What? Yeah. Why are you? No. She's here again. I don't understand. Wait, it was just an accident. I swear I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back. You're already too late. Ooh. Oh my god. We all know this is not the real ending. We all know this is not the real ending. This is not the real ending. Of course it isn't. There were more stories to do. After this, Fumichika Nejima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. Yeah, this is just the bad end. And from that day on, Yako Sakasaki was never heard from again. Ending 1, Michio's Grudge. Okay, this is ending 1 of who knows how many endings. Okay. Oh boy. I think, personally, that I am not able to deal with this anymore. I think we need to stop for today and raid someone with... Let's raid someone with Santa Vaca, because it's funny since I'm Hispanic. Santa Vaca, or Holy Cow. Let's see who is still... It was a good stream. Oh my god, it wasn't just a good stream. It is physically upsetting me. That's how good it is. It is physically upsetting me. Let's see, who are we gonna raid? Yeah, let's just... We haven't raided Juker for a while, so let's raid the Juker. Whew. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for stopping by today. Next Monday, we'll play something new, I think. I mean, it is Pokemon Day, so, you know, Pokemon Day. But, I honestly cannot wait for Wednesday to play more of this game. It is so far so great, and like my stomach is all messed up and everything because of this game. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe how this game is upsetting me? Anyway, guys, yeah. Thank you for watching today. I'll see you next stream. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.